Hi guys, Yadi here with a tutorial on the rose template number 34. To make your rose, you will need template 34, which includes the 2 pieces to make your rose center, the 2 pieces that will help your rose center and your rose petals flow together, and of course your rose petals, or the outer layers as some may call it. And you will also need a 5.5 inch base. So let's start with your rose center. Many of you already have the rose center template, so you will find this part helpful. Start with your 2 rose center pieces. Make a small square base like so. Take 2 of your petals across from each other to form a rosebud, and fidget with it until you are happy with it, and once you're happy with it, glue down the 2 sides. And do the same with the remaining 2 petals. Next, you're going to take your rosebud and glue it in the center of your second piece, like so. And you're going to continue the same steps you did before. Now take your pieces that will help your rose center flow together with your rose petals. And there's a large and a small, and you will need 4 pieces of each to make a cross, like so. Again, take your rosebud and glue it right in the center. You're going to repeat the steps as you did before, except keep in mind that these are the first layers of petals on your rosebud, so you're not going to glue them down as tight as before. So place the glue on the bottom part of your petal closer to the base and start gluing the first layer of petals onto the rosebud with like a pinching motion like this, and more loose. Make it look as if the rosebud was blooming and opening up. Repeat the steps with the 4 larger pieces. You will need some extra muscle when gluing these last small pieces together. You really need to hold and pinch until they adhere well. Put your rose center aside because now we're ready for the outer layers. A helpful tip when making your roses, to prevent them from taking a square shape, use an odd number of petals instead of an even number of petals. For example, I am using 5 petals of each size to make my rose. If you need help with this step, check out my tutorial on how to space out your petals evenly. Glue the sides of your petals like so. This will give the rest of your layers a more solid base. Continue gluing down the rest of your layers. And finally, take your rose center and glue it right in the middle. And here's the back, and this is why I like to use a circle base to give it that clean, finished look. If you'd like, pair up your rose with your favorite decorative leaf. All done! Check out more of my work on Instagram. Thank you kindly.